Hi everybody, it's me, Jackie Arment. I'm back again with another spooky video. Happy Halloween, or very close to Halloween. It's like right around the corner. And so for today's video, I thought we would do a kind of nice cozy recipe video for Halloween. Last year I did some soul cakes for Samhain, so if you haven't watched that, you can watch it. I'll link it in the description of this video. That was kind of a fun, very traditional Halloween recipe video. But this time we're gonna do a recipe, but it's more like a savory dinner recipe. This is a recipe that I can't necessarily say that I created it or that it's mine. I didn't make it up, but I did over the years try many different recipes of this, and there were things I liked about it, things I didn't like about it, etc. So this recipe is more like a Frankenstein recipe that I have created by compiling different things from other recipes that I liked into one recipe. So I guess you could say it's kind of mine if you count Frankenstein's monster as being Dr. Frankenstein's. It's his creation, then yes, I guess this recipe is mine. But anyway, what we're going to be making is pumpkin chili. So if you were looking for a fun recipe that you could make on Halloween night, maybe one that you could feed your hungry little trick-or-treaters before you take them out trick-or-treating, this would be really good. It's very quick, it's very easy, it's kind of a dump chili, and a dump and simmer. And even if you're not like a huge pumpkin fan, I will say that the pumpkin in this chili is subtle. It's there, you could taste it. So for pumpkin fans like me, it is there, you could taste it, but it's not overpowering the chili, and it's also savory, so it's not sweet pumpkin. I don't know, it's very good balance. It's a very fall, warm, comforting kind of thing. So even if you're not a huge pumpkin lover, or you feel like pumpkin flavored stuff, pumpkin spice specifically flavored stuff just overruns your fall, maybe give this recipe a try and you might come around to some pumpkin. Hopefully. But anyway, yeah, but before we get into the recipe, I would like to say, of course, that if you like this kind of content, if you like crafting, you like tutorials, you like costuming, you like party planning, I do a lot of that here, and you like recipes, especially Halloween-y recipes, and pretty much just anything all around spooky, that you would give this video a thumbs up. And you would also hit that subscribe button. Also, don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. It's Halloween all year long here, not just in October, but especially in October. So if you like that, then stick with us because it is a lot of spooky fun on this channel. Also, if you'd like to support this channel in a little more personal way, I do have a Patreon. Patrons get lots of extra fun stuff, including extra content there. There are 2 Patreon exclusive series on my Patreon. One is called Terror Tube. It is a horror host type show hosted by me, where we do lots of extra fun, spooky things. I read ghost stories, I do movie reviews, just kind of lots of other things that don't necessarily fit on this channel, and that is for paid members only. Now, there is another series called Friday Night Creepover that is for free members. So if you've joined my Patreon for free, you can watch those. Those come out every other month, opposing the Terror Tubes. And they're just kind of chit-chatty videos. I sit on my bed. We basically have a sleepover. We chat, we watch movies, we, just do fun stuff. So if that sounds interesting to you, obviously please go to patreon.com/JackieArment and think about becoming a patron. Obviously, any amount helps out this channel a whole lot, even if you want to just subscribe to the lowest tier, which is only $3 a month. But of course, I do love my free members. It gives me a chance to give you guys more and extra things. This year in particular, in this month of October, I did, if you been to this channel before, I normally do my Halloween costume every year. I do a photo shoot with my husband. Well, this year we kind of had two costumes because we didn't do a couple's costume. So we did a photo shoot of my prom zombie costume, which I will link to that if you haven't watched it. And then we also did another photo shoot for my husband's costume because he wanted to do the creature from Lisa Frankenstein. So we did a photo shoot for that where I did a Lisa outfit and he did the creature, obviously, and we went and got a photo shoot. And that was our Halloween cards for the year because that's what we do every year instead of Christmas cards. And if you were a Patreon member, you got to see the results of that photo shoot there. And you also got to see, I had a bonus video where I did my makeup and hair for my Lisa outfit. So, and you kind of got to see how I put it together, the costume pieces. So if you were interested in doing a Lisa costume sometime in the future, go to Patreon and check that out. Also, if you are a member on the highest 2 tiers, you would have gotten a Halloween card from us that was a picture from the results of that photo shoot. So, you know, lots of fun things from us. So really think about joining our Patreon and being a part of that spooky community over there. I have a lot of fun with you guys. So anyway, I guess all of that being said, we should just go ahead and get into the video. Let's go. All right, here are all the ingredients and the things that you're gonna need for this recipe. Is some ground meat. I'm using ground turkey, but you could use whatever ground beef you want to, and you just need about a pound. Some beans or lentils. Now I'm using lentils because normal beans bother my husband's stomach, but if you're going to make this recipe with just beans, I would use a can of white beans and a can of red kidney beans. But otherwise, if you're going to use lentils, I would suggest not using these dried lentils, but instead use canned lentils. You're going to need some heavy whipping cream, some diced tomatoes, 14.5 ounce can. I'm using the fire roasted because that's I like the way they taste. Some canned pumpkin, 15 ounce. Some V8 juice. And we've got an array of spices here, and what you're going to need is 1 cinnamon stick, some chili powder, some onion powder, some paprika, some oregano, some red pepper, crushed red pepper, some cumin, some pumpkin pie spice. Now I know what you're thinking, just trust me. And some salt and pepper. And we can't forget some brown sugar. And of course, you're going to need a big old chili pot to put everything in. Okay, so for the first step, we're going to take whatever ground meat you have, and we are going to put it in the pan and cook it up in the pot. I think I ended up adding a little bit of oil, olive oil to mine, just because the turkey can be kind of drier than regular ground beef, but if you're using regular ground beef, then you don't have to do that. Okay, and once that's all browned, we're going to start adding some of our spices. So we're going to add 2 tablespoons of chili powder. One tablespoon of paprika. 2 teaspoons of ground cumin, one teaspoon of onion powder, one teaspoon of oregano, and a half a teaspoon of garlic powder. Now we're gonna mix that all up and get all of the meat coated in the spices. And we're gonna add some crushed red pepper just to taste. I add a little bit now, and then I kind of taste the chili near the end and see if it needs more. And also our salt and pepper are just to taste as well. And we're going to mix that all up again. And now we're going to add our can of diced tomatoes with the juice and everything. I don't strain my tomatoes. And we're going to add our V8 juice, 3 cups worth. And our whole can of pumpkin. And we're going to just stir all of that up and make sure the pumpkin is really incorporated into the chili. And we're going to add 2 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice. Now I know what you guys are thinking. I know I said at the beginning of this video that this is more of a savory pumpkin chili, and it is. And I promise you can't really taste this. It doesn't make it sweet. It's just that these spices really enhance the pumpkin flavor a little bit, and I think it really makes it taste like fall. And now we're going to add our brown sugar, just a tablespoon. And after we've got that all mixed up, now we're going to add the lentils. Now, I'm pausing here for a minute to let you guys know, again, don't be like me, don't use the dried lentils, only because if you use the dried lentils, you're going to have to add water to your chili in order to let them get plump and have the right texture. So it ended up making my chili take a little bit longer to cook. Now you can do this if you want, it's just more complicated. So I would really suggest just to get 2 cans of already cooked lentils. You can get canned lentils at the store, and I would recommend using those instead. Otherwise, if you're going to use the beans, now is the time to add your can of white beans and your can of red beans. Okay, let's move on. Okay, and once you've got your beans or your lentils mixed in, now we're going to just partially cover our chili and we're going to let it simmer for an hour. Alright, and while our chili is simmering, we are going to make some cornbread, and I thought it would be fun to make it spooky and make them look like little bones. So you're going to want to preheat your oven to 400 degrees. And we're just going to mix it up like it says on the box. So basically it's the whole packet of the dry mix with 1 egg, and 1/3 of a cup of milk. And we're just going to whisk that all up until it's all incorporated. Now you could add anything else to your chili if you wanted to. You could add some canned jalapenos, you could add some whole corn, whatever you want. And we're going to grease our tin. Now honestly, I probably should have just greased it with butter because it was actually kind of hard to get these bones out, so I recommend using butter or Crisco or something like that. And then we're just going to fill up the little bone cavities with our cornbread mix. Now, I will try to link where I got this pan. They used to sell them at Michael's. They're just like Wilton bone pans. But I think I ended up getting mine on eBay because I don't think Michael's sells them anymore. So I will see if I can find a link to these and link them in the description. But otherwise, I mean, you could kind of do whatever you wanted. If you had like a skull pan, that would look cool too. Cornbread works really well for this kind of stuff. It holds its shape really good. Okay, and we're gonna do it to the second pan. Ta-da! And we're gonna put these in the oven and bake them for 15 to 20 minutes.
1 hour later.
Alright, time has fast forwarded and our chili is done simmering, and now we're gonna add our 1/2 cup of whipping cream. Now this is optional, you don't have to add this. You could also do a dairy-free option if you needed to. I just like it because it adds just a little more creaminess to this chili. It adds to the pumpkin. I don't know, I've found over the years that I really like this little addition. Hi Lydia. And then we're just gonna spoon it into our favorite bowl here. I've got this little cauldron bowl, and we'll see how this turned out in the reveal. All right, well that is it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching me make the pumpkin chili. It was super easy, it's super tasty. It's really good for a chilly autumn day, especially Halloween night. If you're looking, again, to fill up those trick-or-treaters before they go out or when they come back from trick-or-treating. And you want something in their belly other than just candy. But yeah, I hope you guys really liked this video. I hope you enjoyed this recipe that I usually try to make every single October. I usually make it on the night that we carve pumpkins, just because, you know, pumpkins, pumpkin chili, all of that stuff. But so it's kind of become a tradition for me, you know, and me and my husband to make it every October. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I hope maybe you'll start making it a tradition in your family to make it every year. And yeah. So of course, if you liked it, then obviously please give it a thumbs up, this video. And also don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Also don't forget to ring the bell so you can be notified anytime I post a new video. As far as new videos go, obviously, spooky season is over, which is all really very bittersweet. So by the time I have another video, Halloween will have come and gone and it will be November, and usually we have the kind of November blues. I know I do. I don't know about you guys, but I mean, the first video in November after this will be how our Halloween party went. So how our monster prom went. So I'm going to talk about how that went, and I will share with you everything. So, you know, we'll get a little bit of dose of spooky even after Halloween's over, so you can kind of still hang on to it. I know I like to sometimes, but I do have another video planned in November that I think will be fun. It's, you know, kind of a fall project that I've been kind of wanting to do. It's fall in that it's cold weather appropriate, I guess, because it's a sweatshirt that I've been wanting to kind of make, or I've wanted to have for a really long time, and I can't find it, so I'm going to make it. But it's not necessarily spooky, so I kind of been waiting till after October to do it. But I'm really excited to do it, so that will be a video in November. And then, of course, after that, we'll have Spooky Christmas. So, of course, the spookiness is not necessarily going away just because Halloween will have come and gone. So, you know, obviously stay subscribed and hit the notification bell so you can be notified any time of all of that, so you can keep the spookiness alive all year. That's what I'm trying to do. But other than that, of course, I will leave links in the description of this video to my Instagram and TikTok, where other things, spooky things, end up there that don't always make it to YouTube. You also get sneak previews of things like the pictures of my costume and our Lisa Frankenstein photo shoot were there on Instagram before those videos aired. So you kind of got to see a sneak preview of all of that beforehand. So that's fun. Just progress pictures from other projects I do that don't end up being YouTube videos are there as well. So, you know, just kind of fun stuff. You can message me and see things in my daily life and stuff, you know, whatever. Also, I will leave a link in the description to my Etsy shop, where you can purchase Halloween-y things all year long, mostly witchy prop potions and stuff like that. Right now, my shop is on vacation, however. I usually put it on vacation for the last 2 weeks of October, mostly because 1 week is leading up to our party and I don't have time to do Etsy orders. And then usually the week after that, I just kind of want to relax leading up to October. Sometimes I have other things I'm doing still. And then, you know, Halloween, I want to enjoy. Plus it's also my anniversary. So I just want to be able to spend time with my husband and do our own spooky stuff. So, but after Halloween is over, my shop will be returned from vacation. So I will still link to it. My shop tells the dates that it's on vacation, so you can, still think about buying something later, even after Halloween, maybe for somebody in your life who likes spooky stuff for Christmas. So anyway, so yeah, I'll link to that. Also, I will leave links to my author website and my author Facebook page, because if you are new here and you don't know, I have 2 books that I have written that are available on Amazon for purchase. One is a zombie romance, and one is a vampire adventure story. They're both available as paperback and Kindle versions, and you can read a little bit of the Kindle version before you buy it to see if it's your thing or not. They're very good spooky books. They're good for spooky season, but not necessarily always have to be. The zombie romance some of it is set during Halloween. There's a Halloween dance in it, but the vampire one, not so much. It's not super Halloween-y as it is just spooky. So you can read them all year, anytime you want a spooky fix. And also, on my author website and author Facebook page, I leave updates about things about my writing and the things that I'm currently writing, which right now I am writing a book that is about a young woman who's possessed by a demon. So if you want to see updates about that and you want to read some sneak peeks that are there, you can follow me there on both of those things. So yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. I hope you guys had a wonderful spooky season. I hope you have a wonderful Halloween. And you stay safe out there. It's always sad to see it go. It's always exciting for it to get here, but it's bittersweet because it comes and goes so quick. But yeah, I guess obviously stay spooky even though Halloween is over soon. And I will see you in my next video. Happy Halloween. Bye.